on eBay, there's a lot of various steps, right, beforehand in terms of getting that end result, which is selling your item, right? There's sourcing your items, there's listing your items appropriately, there's shipping your items, right? There's customer service, and then there's actually getting paid at the end of the day. Most people give up too quickly, right? Maybe they're only selling for 14 days, right? And they don't fully understand how to price their items. Maybe they don't fully understand the best items to source at garage sales and thrift stores, at Goodwills, at Salvation Armies. Maybe they don't understand what to buy and sell. So here's the thing, if you're brand new, don't worry about the competition. There is plenty of opportunities out there, right? Now, I do want to say, in some locations, you're going to have more opportunities than the next guy, and in some locations you're going to have less opportunities than the next guy within a specific category. Like, for example, I like to sell clothing. There's a lot of clothing opportunities in Connecticut, right? But if you're in Alabama, or maybe if you're in California, you may or may not have as many opportunities. So are there competitors out there? Yes. But here's the thing, there's so many opportunities out there, you don't need to get the whole entire pie to be able to make a good living or make some side cash selling on eBay. You just need to get a little bit of, a little slice of the cake, a little market share, right? So don't get so discouraged at first. Let me ask you some questions, right? Have you ever felt like you were going out sourcing and all the deals were gone? Yeah, I mean, that's happened to me as well. Have you ever felt like the prices are going up and it's harder to get good deals? Yeah, it's happening. But I tell you what, at the end of the day, if you're consistently going out there sourcing, if you're consistently listing items, if you're consistently running sales, if you're consistently studying the sold listings, and you're in the trenches learning and growing and putting out effort, you're gonna get your slice of the pie. It's just bottom line. So I don't want you to feel discouraged if you're brand new. We got Arbitrage Architect in the house saying evolve and adapt. That's the key. There's a couple guarantees in life. You're gonna pay taxes, you're gonna die, and if you're in business, things are going to change. It's not gonna stay the same. If you're gonna continue to do what you've done 6, 12, 18 months ago, you're gonna get wiped out by the next guy, because there's gonna be another person who's willing to be more creative, work a little harder, and do things differently. When it comes to selling on eBay and business in general, it's not necessarily how hard you work that's gonna result in how much money you make, but there's a really strong factor of how well you think, how well you're able to put your thoughts together, and how well you're able to execute, right? So it's really important. We got TK in the house. Good to see you, man. We got Thrift and Flip RA. But really, at the end of the day, what I want to say here is, don't worry so much about the competition, because when you're worrying about them, you're taking away from what you could be doing to grow your business, right? When you're hating on somebody or you're worrying about something else, you're taking away from strategizing, from creating solutions to your problems. So don't compete with the next guy, compete with yourself. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, how many items did I list? How much time did I spend studying the sold listings? How many times did I go to the thrift store, right? How many systems did I build in my business this week, right? Did I do anything to leverage my time? Did I, if you have a virtual assistant in your business helping with listings, or you have a physical employee, did I do anything to increase their knowledge base to make them more productive, for them to be able to squeeze more juice out for me? So you got to ask yourselves these questions. But you want to know what? At the end of the day, yeah, thrift stores are increasing in price. People are catching on to what things are selling for because of technology and cell phones. But there's always an opportunity there for someone who's willing to think outside of the box, and someone who's willing to be creative and do things differently, right? Money's not going anywhere, right? It's kind of like the stock market. When the stock market goes down and a ton of people lose money, it's not like this money just like evaporates into thin air. It's just changing hands, right? It's going into a different place, right? So it's the same with, these thrift stores and stuff. There's still opportunities, but it might not be thrift stores for you. It might be wholesale or private label or Shopify, right? So you've got to think outside the box and do things differently. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, drop a line down below. We got Vander Goods in the house. What's going on, Vander? Where are you from? Vander says, out hustle, outwit, outlast, with a smiley face. So I definitely like that. That might be the saying on my tombstone when I go one day. I like that much. But yeah, we got 72 people in the house. Smash that like button down below if you're pumped up for Friday. I'm pumped up for Friday. I'm also pumped up because my mother, aka Mama Profits, is retiring today. She's going full-time into books. How exciting is that? Thrift and Flip, what's going on? I had my first books on FBA go active yesterday, and I sold 2 overnight, $10 profit. Bada bing, bada boom, cha-ching. I like that. CT Whale, big time, going to be a good weekend. Let me know, what are you guys doing this weekend? Anything fun planned? What do you guys got going on? But yeah, I'm just super excited, super grateful. We got Treasure Hustlers in the house. Michael Party saying, what's up? Yeah, congrats to Mama Profits for sure. We got Lung Man. I like that name. What's up? Making money while you sleep is the best part of business. And you know, that's kind of where I've been taking my business lately, is building up these income streams that allow me to make money while I work. You know, just from this YouTube channel alone, you know, for example, yesterday I made $172 just off of Google AdSense from this YouTube channel, from the 1,300 videos that I've created. I think yesterday I made $42 off of CreateSpace, right? I think yesterday I made $50 or $60 just off of some digital products and whatnot. And that doesn't include anything that has to do with FBA or eBay or other reoccurring revenue streams as well. So that's really the direction I'm going, which is just fantastic. Arbitrage says, I'm actually going curling tonight. What's curling? I don't know what that is. Is it a certain type of dance? We got Greg Kraft saying, hello from Maryland. My brother's out there. Good to see ya. Courtney says, today is one of those days it's hard not to think about just getting a normal job, but keeping at it. Thanks for the boost of encouragement. Yeah, you know, I have times like that as well. I can't relate in terms of, there's never times where I ever think of getting a job. It just doesn't cross my mind. But there are times where I feel like maybe a bit lonely or depressed, or things aren't going the way, or it's like, how am I going to keep doing this, or how am I going to grow and evolve? And sometimes I'm just tired. You know, and I think we all go in cycles with the season change, and I've been kind of having a different energy level. It's been weird. But, you know, just keep moving forward, keep learning. I'll tell you right now, if you keep investing in yourself, if you keep learning, if you keep, you know, putting out effort, and you don't have to necessarily put 8 to 10 to 12-hour days in, but be consistent with whatever you're doing. Maybe you're launching a private label product. Spend that hour per day researching. You know, list those 10 items per day. Trust in the process, and I can promise you that you will get the results. There are so many amazing people out there that just model success. Would you consider Shopify a better option for a beginner? I'd actually say Shopify is a little more advanced, because with Shopify, you have to wear all the hats. You know, you have to create your own products. You're not necessarily just like, if I go to Savers, I'm just sourcing something and I'm selling it, and then Amazon, I'm utilizing their traffic. With Shopify, I've got to create my own product, I've got to create my own website, you know, I've got to pixel it so I can track and retarget people and market them. I've got to collect emails, I've got to set up payment processing, customer service. There's a lot of things to Shopify, so it is a little more advanced. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for the beginner. I would utilize the organic traffic with eBay and Amazon and do that at first. Tanya says, Steve, which do you prefer, arbitrage or Amazon private label? I'm not doing private label right now, but I am launching my first private label product in 2018, and I've already started researching through Jungle Scout. I'm not a big fan of retail arbitrage anymore, just with all the restrictions, to be honest with you. So I'm not doing a ton of it. If I'm going to be doing it at all, or when am I going to do it the most, it's going to be during Q4 right now, because toys are selling like hotcakes. CT Whale, good to see ya. Appreciate the love. But yeah, you know, I would actually probably start with just, you know, thrifting items on FBA and selling on eBay over even retail arbitrage. I'm just not a huge fan of it. There's people killing it. It's still a great business model, but I'm not an expert when it comes to it. Doing anything special for Mama Profits? Bring it out to dinner tonight. Hey, good to see you from Raleigh, North Carolina. My Amazon account is on hold. Can't reach seller performance. Just keep emailing them. It's a pain in the butt. I know, it's tough. Arbitrage says, I'm in love with Q4. Q4 is where the money's made, right? Q4 is when all the retail stores are making a good majority of their money. And Shopify stores, eBay stores, Amazon stores, web stores, that's when you make the money. Lungman says, when you come into New York City, I'm going to maybe watch the ball drop in Times Square at the end of the year. That might be fun. What about holiday clearance arbitrage? Go for it. Definitely opportunities there. DD, thank you. I appreciate that. Jen says, making first video for my channel this weekend. Let me know when you make your first video. I'll shout you out on YouTube and on Instagram as well. So reach out to me, Jen, and I would love to help jumpstart your video making. And I actually just recorded a video, which should be live later, talking about the importance of networking with people and why I find this YouTube channel so valuable because the more I build this channel, the more it allows me to be able to network with high-level people, because I can add value to them through promoting them and sharing my audience with them. So I just love the networking factor of YouTube, and I think it's a great way to grow your business. Teaching my retired parents how to photograph and list on eBay this weekend. That's cool. That's awesome. Rebecca says you coming to Minneapolis in July for e-commerce and conference in Minneapolis. I can't even pronounce that. Yeah, it's one of those days. I don't think I'm going there, but maybe I will. Jen says I'm a networking addict. Yeah, I mean, I've made so much money from networking. It's just ridiculous. It's insane how much value that you can receive, not only in knowledge, but in monetary value from networking. It's the biggest thing, to be honest. I honestly would say if it wasn't for you guys and this YouTube channel and Facebook and Instagram, I'd probably still be working a normal 9 to 5. I guarantee it. Do you think you would be where you are if it wasn't for YouTube? Absolutely not. 100% I wouldn't be. I guarantee it. Hey Steve, Jessica here in Naples, Florida, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for all your hard work. Hey, I appreciate that, Jessica. And I've been in Naples, Florida. It's a beautiful area over there. Hopefully you weren't affected too much by the fires. I know I had a good friend in Naples who they had to evacuate. So hopefully you're safe over there. But a beautiful place. I would love to visit Naples again. Just a great area. I'll be honest, I'd be grateful to visit anywhere that's not 41 degrees right now with a freaking super cold wind chill. What's harder to start, an eBay business or a YouTube channel? Definitely a YouTube channel. It takes a lot more time to make money. When's the next time you're coming to Austin? I'm not sure. Probably in the next 3 months, I'd say. Do you have a personal... I didn't see what that said. I'm sorry. On the mobile device, the comments are going by so quick. Shadow Storm, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Awesome. Says that he's enjoying the green room. And by the way, if you guys are interested in joining the green room, today I'm going to be sending out an email. If you're not on the email list already, get on it down below. If you download 100 amazing items to resell, you'll get a free book. Plus, we send like a bunch of bonus information and stuff. But we're going to be sending out an email today for a sale on the green room if you're interested in joining the community. We got a bunch of cool stuff over there. It's a Facebook group. We have a website, free videos, bolo videos, all like pretty much all the books I've created are free inside the green room, so definitely check it out. Do you ever vacation? I do. I'm actually going to Las Vegas the November 28th to December 5th. I'm going there for 7 days. I'll be there 3 days before the actual, I have a softball tournament over there, which is going to be fun. But I'm going to go there 3 days early and just vacation, have fun, do some masterminding, different things like that. Just enjoy myself. Hey, Axel, good to see you, man. From Boston. I didn't know you were from Worcester, man. That's cool. Good to see you. We got to definitely connect sometime. But that's pretty much it, guys. You know, overall message, don't worry too much about the competition. Worry about improving yourself, because if you keep filling up your cup, it's going to overflow. You're going to have so much to give. You're going to have so much value to give, and it's going to come back to you like crazy. So keep killing the weekend, right? Well, you already killed the week. Kill the weekend. Keep putting in that effort. Keep working. I know sometimes it feels like you're not getting anywhere, but I promise you that if you trust in the process, you're going to look back a year, 2 years, 3 years and say, wow, look how far I've come. You know, Jen, you know, real quick, a little inspirational story. I don't know if you guys know Texas Gal Treasures, but Margaret, I remember having a conversation with her on the phone, and she was telling me, you know, I want to start a YouTube channel. And I was very encouraging, and I said, you should, and I gave her all the reasons why. And, you know, I think she was a little skeptical at first. I don't know if I'm good enough or if I can do it. I slightly remember it, and she took that step forward, and now look, you know, she's got a great YouTube channel. She's helping thousands of people per day. I'm sure she's making good money off the channel as well. But you know, Jen, just get started. Get your YouTube channel started, and you're gonna look back, right? Get your eBay business started. Get whatever you're doing started, because you're gonna look back and say, wow, what a great life I have, right? I mean, I can't imagine what my life would be like right now if I was working a 9 to 5. I don't know how I would even afford my own place. I mean, I probably would have ended up graduating college and probably going into the workforce. I would have hated it. Is the YouTube channel necessary to working on eBay because I hate people looking at me? It's not necessary. You know, if you don't like people looking at you, and you know, it takes a certain type of personality to get on camera, just go interact with people in Facebook groups, add value to them that way. DM people on Instagram, help them however you can. Maybe they post a picture and say, hey, you know, you can do this to increase the quality of your pictures, or hey, you know, I just want to let you know, like, I love your content and everything on Facebook, but hey, I've been running this sale on my store, and I've been doing it in this increments and this and that. You should try it out. And if it helps them, you build that connection with them. So, you know, networking doesn't have to be via YouTube. It could be Facebook groups, Instagram. It's just crazy. Is private label too saturated? What are your thoughts? No, there's a million gazillion opportunities with private label. It's not even close. The amount of customers that are coming on to Amazon every single day is far exceeding the amount of private label products that are like too competitive and whatnot. There's a million opportunities. It's stupid. If you're not already subscribed to Jungle Scout, you can check them out, RaikenProfit.com/Jungle Scout. That is my affiliate link. If you go through it, I would appreciate it. If not, just go check it out. Go get it. It's a freaking amazing software, and it actually will share with you how much each product on Amazon is selling per month, how much it's making. Obviously, you'd have to minus off cost of goods, which you could estimate by going over to Alibaba. But, you know, Jungle Scout is a great software for product research. And when you use that software, you can actually put in specific criteria. I actually made a video about this the other day showing you how I do it and how I am doing it. And it'll just prove to you how many opportunities are out there. You know, it takes time, just like a YouTube channel, it takes time to start making money from it. And there's a process you have to follow. It's not like eBay and traditional retail arbitrage where you go out, buy it, sell it, money's in the bank. It's different, right? You have to, you know, do the product research. You have to design the product. You have to create the insert cards. You have to negotiate with suppliers and manufacturers and order samples, and then have everything created and labeled and shipped to you, and quality control, and shipped into Amazon, and getting reviews and creating titles, descriptions. There's a whole process to it. So it's a different game, but it's a great scalable business model, private label, and I think that's the future. I think that's the future of Amazon, is private label and wholesale. I think the retail arbitrage people, the thrifting people, I think these brands are going to continue to put pressure on third-party sellers, and I think Amazon is going to continue to allow that, right? Because these brands are being affected by these third-party sellers, and I know those laws and different things like that that protect third-party sellers, but obviously Amazon isn't for it. So I think wholesale and private label is the direction to go, and I think it's the safest, most scalable route. It's not necessarily the funnest thing to do. You know, it's not like going to the thrift store and, you know, finding a, you know, $80, you know, cashmere Ralph Lauren sweater. It's not as fun, but it's a scalable business. If you're looking to make money, I think wholesale and private label is the way to go, but I definitely don't think it's too competitive. Hey, we got 109 people in the house. I was gonna go, but you know, the feed keeps going up, so I can't go. I mean, if you guys want, keep asking more questions. Anything you guys have, just ask away, let me know. You know, I've been in business for 5 years, and you know, I'm very proud of that. There's a lot of people who, they would just die to work for themselves. So ask away. Anything you've got, ask away. I didn't buy a pair of the K-Swiss Gary Vee shoes, but I do see people flipping them on eBay for a good price. The Raiken shoe. I think people starting out strong because of the hype and then get discouraged and quit. So I don't think it's all too much or anyone's too late. It takes work. Yeah, there's a million opportunities out there. You've got to put in the work though. You know, this business, this online business, these internet businesses, people are making millions, right? People are making 1,000 a week. People are making 10,000 a week. People are killing it. You could just imagine. There's people out there who are failing, and there's people out there who are selling freaking $10 million a year. You can do it. It just all comes down to how much work you're willing to put in, how patient you are, if you follow the right strategies, if you have mentors, it's possible, right? So just, it's all about what you want. What do you guys want? What do you want to build for a business? How much time do you want to spend? Do you want to travel? What's your business model? So it's really up to you guys. What's the latest news on Walmart and Jet? I don't know. I did interview a woman on my channel a while back, and it was growing and it was becoming more efficient, but I'm not really on the cutting edge of that, to be honest with you. What do you typically do to get yourself out of a depressed mode? Get myself out of the house and get myself moving. The worst thing that I could possibly do when I'm feeling depressed, because I've had history of like panic attacks and anxiety and not really like deep depression, but I find myself like I'm either like high or low. I'm never just like in the middle. That's just me personally. The best thing to do is just get out of the house. Don't eat really, really crappy food. Don't start drinking. I've never been like an alcoholic or a huge drinker, but I find that if I'm feeling down, I'm trying to find something to spike my mood. So sometimes I'll resort to like drinking, which then leads to eating a lot of food, which then leads to even more binge eating and late nights, and then it just kind of cycles out of control, and then I feel bloated and I feel fat, and then my clothes don't fit, and it kind of spirals out of control. So for me, it's a matter of getting moving and staying healthy and just getting around people. That's the big thing for me. What your boy Jameson been up to? He's just been smashing Q4. That's essentially what he's been doing. He's been hitting Amazon hard and going to the retail stores and doing his thing. That's what he does. And that's why I don't like to beat up too many business models. Like, I don't love retail arbitrage. It's not right for me, but I'm not an expert when it comes to retail arbitrage. So does it pay to have a rare video game graded? I'm really not sure. Is there any software? I missed that. What is the best price point for selling women's clothing, such as blouses? I don't think there's any best price point. I don't sell women's clothing, I sell men's. I would check the sold listings and go based upon comparable sales and take into consideration your business model, right? You can't just say, hey, the best price is 15 to 18 because you might have a super rare item that sells for 50 to 100. So go to the sold listings and research it that way. That's the best way to price your items. Now, when it comes to Amazon, it's a little different of a game when it comes to pricing. I usually like to match the lowest price and or possibly go a few slots above, just based upon the condition and whatnot. Have you found any weird stuff in coats? I actually found I actually made a video of this. I found a condom in a sport coat. I made a video about this a while ago. Yep, found a condom. It wasn't used. It was actually still in the wrapper. So, at least, the people that are donating, they're safe and they're using protection. So I'm very proud of that fact. And yeah, I threw it away. Thanks for all the great information. Appreciate it. No, it's not used, Boston's Best Flips. That would be means for disposal of that item. That would be really, really weird. So, sales are really down on eBay. Gets my blood boiling. It's not the same years ago. I'm in a rut. You know what's funny? I hear people saying that, but then I hear people saying, like my good friend called me the other day, and he's usually complaining about sales. He said his eBay sales are through the roof, on fire. I think he's a part-time reseller, but he's used to shipping out 2, 3, 4 items a day. He's been having 15, 20, 13 item days that are selling. So, now's Q4, now's the time that things should be selling. So if your items aren't selling, I would reassess what you're buying, your pricing structure, your pictures. There are more people selling on eBay. So if you're doing what you've been doing 5, 10 years ago, you might have to step up your game, right? You might have to step up your photography or your listings, or start running sales. Like I was saying before, the game's always changing in business. So if you made the statement, things aren't the same as they used to be, are you doing the same thing that you've always been doing? Or are you finding that maybe the niche you're in is maybe too competitive? Because some niches do get a little more competitive and prices do decrease. So you can't fight against the market, right? If the market is going down in value and $18 items are now selling for $13, you can't put it back at $18 because the market's going down. So it happens. You might just have to switch things up and change things up a little bit. That would be my advice to you. But yeah, the game's always changing. 116 people watching live. Be sure to smash that like button. Let's see how many likes can we get right now. I want to see how strong you guys are at 10:49 in the morning. Let's see. Can we hit 100? Facebook Marketplace has been my biggest platform during Q4. My favorite thing. That's cool. Any tips on newly full-time resellers? Build out routines and habits, right? Stick to a schedule. Have a set schedule in terms of when you go sourcing, how many items you're listing, when you're listing, and don't allow yourself to be distracted by the distractions. That's an Eric Thomas line right there. It's very simple. Do not be distracted by the distractions. Whether that's the refrigerator, or that's your mom and dad calling, or friends, or people expecting you to be there for them because now all of a sudden you have free time because you're working for yourself, which they don't realize you don't have free time. You're just working for yourself. You have to do certain things, but don't be distracted by the distractions. Set up routines, habits, rituals, times of the day you're listing, shipping, and stick to the schedule. That's it. Don't start doing really stupid things that you normally don't do. Don't get cocky. It takes time. Hey, appreciate all those likes, man. 61 likes right now. How much inventory do you limit yourself to hold? I don't really have a number. It just really depends upon how many items that you can get listed. So, you know, I've stockpiled items for years, and you know, in my business right now, personally, you know, I'm part-time. Sometimes I don't sell on eBay at all. Other times I go full swing into it. So I've got the experience to know certain items that I could buy, especially clothing, that the value is really not going to go anywhere over the next 3 months to 6 months. So it just depends on your budget, how much money you have in your bank account. And, you know, if you have $10, $20, $30,000 plus in your bank account, it doesn't hurt to hold on to a couple hundred items. But if you have $500 or less, you only want to buy what you can list. You know, I think that's a big mistake people make, is they buy so much items, so much inventory because they're excited, but they can't list and process it all, and then they have cash flow issues. So it's really important that you don't have cash flow issues, that you have enough money to invest when a really, really good deal comes around. That's the biggest thing I see people dealing with. They haven't learned how to save money, right? You have to be able to save money. You can't be living hand to mouth. And I know it's, you know, for me it was a lot easier because I don't have any kids, I don't have a wife. You know, my bills are starting to slowly stack up. You know, I live on my own now. I don't live in my parents' house like I used to when I was, you know, 26, right? Now I'm 30. You know, health insurance for yourself isn't cheap. I think I pay $350 a month. So the bills are definitely adding up, but you have to learn how to put money aside, and you have to learn how to invest your money and have money there, right? I think a lot of people, they make more money and they spend more money. So I don't spend a ton of money on stupid stuff. You know, there are some things that I want to get. Like in 2018, I'm getting a Corvette Stingray. It's not going to be cheap. It's going to be anywhere between 40 or 50K. Is it the smartest move? No, but it's something I really, really want, and I've worked really hard for it. And I'm also going to be using that as a marketing angle to grow my personal brand and whatnot. So it's not going to be 100% just a waste of time. But you got to be smart with your money. You got to learn how to save your money and put it aside. You know, how would you do that? How did I do that? I didn't buy a lot of stupid stuff. I lived under my means. So when I made more money, I didn't necessarily like upgrade to all brand new things. Like I've been driving the same old car. I'm in a Hyundai Sonata now with 91,000 miles. It's paid off, and you know, I drive the same car. I don't go out and buy all the brand new iPhones and gadgets and electronics that come around. You got to know how much you're making as well. You've got to keep an eye on your credit cards. You got to keep an eye on your finances and your bank account. One thing I've done as well is I've set up little bank accounts within my bank, and I actually have money get automatically pulled out from my main business checking into what I call a savings account, right? A disaster fund or an emergency fund. So I save that up to $10,000, and then now what I do is I have money automatically go into a Roth IRA and also a SEP IRA. It gets pulled out automatically. So those are some tips right there that can definitely help. Just looking to see if there's any more questions coming about right now. If you got anything, definitely feel free to ask away. I'll answer a couple more. We got Ye-O in the house. I definitely like that name. Boston Best Flips. Smart Steve, thank you. You're welcome. My car isn't super clean, like in terms of like having rims or like a body kit or anything on it. Just a basic stock Hyundai Sonata. What's actually really cool is when I get my Corvette Stingray, I'm actually keeping this Sonata because, believe it or not, adding another car to my insurance is only going to increase my car insurance by $40, and I'm going to be driving this like 6 to 8 months out of the year. And the Corvette is just going to be something I put maybe 3,000 to 5,000 miles on a year. But this car actually, it has 91,000 miles on it. When I was driving back from Rhode Island, I think less than a year ago, my engine blew up. It exploded, like it went, like it was over. So this car actually was under warranty. So it has a brand new engine in it, fully brand new. It's not like one of those secondhand engines. So it has 91,000 miles on it, but the engine's brand new. So I'm gonna keep this Sonata and I'm gonna keep driving it until the freaking wheels fall off, because I'm not super concerned with how I look in this, but I do want to have like a super nice car that I'm proud of and makes me feel good, that I could use for marketing purposes as well, for my personal brand with Raiken profit and everything. So that should be exciting. I'm really excited for that. How do you leave books in Amazon for sale? I'm not sure. Or how long do you leave books for sale? I think that's what you said. It deleted. I leave it in until it sells. You know, if I'm about to hit that 6-month, you know, long-term storage fee, I'll assess, are the profit margins there or not. But yeah, I'll either get it sent back to my sent back to myself, or usually I'll just get it removed from my inventory. Someone said Jungle Scout, is it expensive? There's a Chrome extension, and then there's a monthly web app. They're both very, very useful. If you're gonna go into private label, I would get them both. You know, it's expensive, but how expensive is it if you pick the wrong private label item and then you're out $2,000 and it never sells? So Miles is saying people diversify. I agree. You know, I definitely agree. I sent a message to your Facebook account. It was long for the live. I'll definitely check it out. With Facebook, they have this like little hidden messages tab that I like never get to. So if I don't return your message, I apologize. There's just so many coming in. That's why I like to do these live streams and just answer your questions. So don't think I'm avoiding you. It's just, there's just a lot of messages coming through. It's nothing special about me. It's just the way it is. I love your car. Nothing like owning a sexy car, even if it's expensive, and it makes you feel good. What do you think about Amazon Owl? I'm not sure what that is. Someone's asking about Shopify and eBay. Yeah, you can definitely do both. I don't understand what Amazon FBA is. Let me put it this way in a nutshell. Amazon FBA is, well, FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. What does fulfillment means? It means that they're going to actually ship the items to the customers. So say you find 30 books at a thrift store, you bring them home, you put them all in one box. I'm going to just dumb this down for you. You put them all in one box, you ship them to Amazon, they get the books, and they store them at their warehouse. Now, when your books slowly start to sell, and I'm leaving out a lot, but once they start to sell, Amazon goes in, they find that book, Mathematics 101, and they ship it to the customer. You get paid. How cool is that? That's super cool. Hey, Raiken, good to see you. Hey, everyone. Jimmy Cash in the house, coming through with the cash. Alyssa Nicole is saying, I really need an Amigo. There's a lot of Amigos and Amigas in the house right now, so just reach out. Are books still a good business? They are a phenomenal business. My mother, she is getting ready to retire. Today's her last day, and she's going full-time into books, thrifting from Goodwills and Savers, essentially. So if she can do it, you can do it. Man, we got Kim Lewis saying hi from Vancouver, Washington. Alyssa says, how do I make some money on eBay? You go out, you buy things that are undervalued, you list them, they sell, and you get paid. Do you have to do your own listings for FBA? You don't. The cool thing about FBA is you can piggyback on other people's listings. What's your favorite flip you've done? Oh boy, that's a tough one. I've sold a Brioni suit before. Brioni's an Italian brand. I sold it for, was it like 600 something. That was really cool. It was like a $7 suit. That was a nice flip. What else? There was a time, I actually made a video of this. I found like 14 Pendletons one time in a Goodwill. I made a video about this a long time ago. It was like 2013. They all sold for like 40 or 50 bucks each. That was another cool one. Also another time too, a really cool flip. This was when I was just getting started with reselling. I went to a garage sale and I found two Cannondale bicycles. One was like a hybrid bicycle and another one was a road bike. I sold those for, I think I paid $25 each, and I think I sold them for, it was like $600 within the next couple days. So that was a great flip. What's a good niche to sell on? I would start with clothing. Clothing's a great way to get started on eBay. There's a ton of clothing items out there, whether it's men's or women's or sweaters or short sleeves or dress shirts. I think clothing's great for eBay. I think books is another phenomenal way to get started with Amazon. So if you're a rookie, if you're new, what do you start with? Books on Amazon, clothing on eBay. That's definitely the way I would go. Flip to Thrift says vintage is fun to sell. I love selling vintage clothing items. They're hard to come across at times, but great items. Pendleton, Woolrich. How important is the title keywords in eBay? It's extremely important because the title and the title is going to hold the keywords. So when people search for things, they're going to find it based on keywords, right? So if someone's looking for a Ralph Lauren cashmere sweater, if you don't have certain keywords in your title or description, or you could get lucky and they could just search through the category and they'll find your item through the sweater section. But keywords is what allows you to be able to rank in the search, which is going to allow people to be able to find you. So it's important. It's very important. Vintage, I think it's vintage is like older than 20 years, right? I think so. So anything, if it's 20 years, then it would be 97, right? 07, 17, yeah, I think so. Where's the vet, man? I'm on the lookout. I've got some dealerships looking for me. I've been searching cars.com. Trust me, I'm keeping my eye on it. I'll let you guys know. Awesome, awesome. I didn't see who that was from, but somebody said they started with books and they're making money doing well. So that's what I like to hear. Yeah, Jimmy Cash saying Steve's clothing books, they pay for themselves. Yeah, if you're looking to get started with clothing, you can do a lot of free stuff, free YouTube videos. I have a million free clothing videos, and you know, just a lot of information. You could learn clothing just by going to the sold listings, but if you want to save time, check out my description under products and services. I have some books I created, 101 killer clothing brands, 102 killer clothing brands. So it breaks down pretty much all the best brands, what to buy, what to avoid, the selling price, jackpot items. So definitely check that out. Yeah, it's in the description below. It's on Gumroad, so it's an instant delivery. It's an ebook. I'm confused about shipping. Let's say a coffee pot. You know, people always ask what's the best way to ship. It's going to really depend upon your item, right? How big is it? How heavy is it? Where are you shipping it to? So the biggest mistake new people make on eBay is they get the item, box it up, and they go to the post office, and then they weigh it out there and do everything there. Don't do that. You want to ship through the back end of eBay. So shipping through eBay, they've actually teamed up with these carriers like UPS and USPS, and you'll get discounted rates. Plus, you'll be able to weigh out all your different options. Is YouTube your best platform for communicating with a wider audience? Are there any other avenues to share your own adventure? Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, creating a blog, emails, those are all great ways. What year Corvette are you looking for? 2014 to 2017 with 10,000 miles or less, and I'm looking to spend under 50,000 so I don't get hit with the luxury tax, which is like an extra 1.5%. Breed Shop says, as Steve would say, there's an ass for every seat. There really is. It's the same with YouTube as well. If you're interested in a topic, you better believe there's probably a lot more people interested in it, unless you're into like weird things. No comments. Hello from Morocco. We got Morocco in the house. How cool is that? Any particular types of books that sell best? Weird books. Weird freaking books. Like, I sold this one book. It was like, and sorry for my language, but it had to do with like grandmothers and lesbians. It was a weird book. That sold for like 70 bucks. Textbooks, anything to do with like horseback riding, very specific like techniques and skills, like, you know, how to hit the ball harder in softball, like something weird like that, something odd. Like if you look at it and you're like, what the heck? That's probably gonna sell for some good money. But I like to stick to textbooks. Textbooks are, you're gonna make the most money, right? So you're not gonna be able to find those grandmother books all the time. Nothing against grandmothers. I love grandmothers. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. So yeah, there's a lot of books, but use the Amazon seller app to scan the barcodes and analyze the information. Learn how to analyze the rank. Learn how to read how much profit you're gonna make after cost of goods. Those are the most important things. Using software to make buying decisions. Don't necessarily worry about what type of book sells well. Just scan everything, right? You can get a Bluetooth scanner, you know, whether it's an Opticon or I don't know, there's a whole bunch of them out there. Just start scanning, analyzing deals. We got 77 likes in the house. You know what? I think we should give away something right now. What do you think? We've been talking a lot about clothing. What about giving away all of my clothing books? 101 killer clothing brands, 102 killer clothing brands, and Blazing Profits. That's all about blazers, sport coats, and suits. I want to give away a course right now, all 3 of them. But what I want is we got to hit 100 likes right now. We're at 82. I'm giving away all the books. I don't care. I don't care. I'm giving them away. Everyone wants them. Let's hit 100 likes. Can you guys do it? Yes or no? I don't know. I've been here providing content for you guys. What do you guys have? Can you hit the like button? We got 93. Okay, Jessica says yes. Blazing Profits. Love the name. Blazing Profits is probably the most underrated course I've created. People just don't like to mess with blazers, sport coats, and suits. And the thing is, there's a lot of money there. And they don't move very fast at the thrift stores. So you're going to get that. You're going to get 101, 102 killer clothing brands. So you're going to get over 203 brands plus Blazing Profits, which, again, if you guys want to buy it and support the channel, definitely go in the description under products and go get them. Trust me, they're dirt cheap. They're not $300, $500 products. They're like 30 bucks each. So it's pretty low. So I'm not trying to make a killing off of it. I'm really just trying to help you guys. But let's give it away. I'm going to ask a question right now. I want to know, what's the number one thing that you learned from this live stream with me today? What's one thing that you learned? I'm going to pick a winner randomly. I'm just going to pick someone that I see within the next 60 seconds. So what's one thing that you learned during this broadcast? And I'm going to pick a winner, and I'm going to hook you up with all 3 of those books. Jessica says, how to stay motivated. How to buy a 2014 Corvette. Oh, you like the style. So somebody said they learned about lesbian grandmothers. For anyone who's watching, we're not being perverts. We're actually telling the truth. Those are great books to pick up. Not to get distracted by distractions. Diversification. Under 50,000. Everybody's going with the grandmother line. No more grandmother line. You're creeping everybody out. Okay, so keep going. I'm going to pick somebody within the next 30 seconds. So keep asking away. Not to be depressed. Blazers and sport coats are overlooked. That you want a fast car. Attitude is everything. Keep moving. Do your thing. Work hard to achieve your dreams. Process. Ooh, that's a good one right there. Clothing is a great place to start. Corvettes are cool. Everyone's talking about the Corvette. I can't wait to get that. Watch Raiken videos. There's another lesbian grandmother comment. I'm losing subscribers as we go. All right, so I'm going to pick someone right now. Whoever I see, I'm going to just pick in the next 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cindy Y. Cindy Y, I saw you. I'm going to remember it. I'm going to write that down right now. Cindy Y, you are the winner. What I need you to do is send me an email over at raikenprofit@gmail.com. Cindy Y, I need you to take a screenshot from inside your YouTube account so I can know it's you, because I always get a bunch of people saying it's me, but it's not them. So send a screenshot inside. Let me know it's you. I got it down. I'm not going to forget you right now. You win all the books, so I'm going to hook you up. Hopefully that helps. But thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate the love. Appreciate all the great comments. I got to get moving. I got to get Mama Profit some retirement day gifts. Actually, I forgot to tell you. She's gonna love this, guys. I got her a $100 gift card to Savers. $100 right there, right there. So hopefully she's able to turn this into $500, maybe $1,000. I don't know. What can you turn $100 into? Buying and selling books. So I hooked her up with it. I'm gonna go get her a card right now and have some surprises ready for her when she gets back from work. But appreciate the love. Peace out. Go kill it. Smash that like button and see you later. Bye.